Hello, you guys. Oh, I forgot to do the countdown. Let me go back out and do the countdown. Okay. How's everybody? I'm going to give y'all the opportunity to start getting the notifications. What's going on, y'all? What is going on? Let me see something. Hey, you guys, what is going on tonight? It's a nice night. It really is. It's a nice night. Let's see. I see Joy Loves God. Shout out to my mods for doing a good job. Tamil 8. I see Miss Diane. I see Denise the Realist, new to you, Clarinetta, Too Pretty Miss Kitty. Too Pretty Miss Kitty in here. Too Pretty Miss Kitty, when you stay gone too long, we misses you. Miss Roberta, Miss Leo, Mr. Leo, Kimberly, Tamara, Miss Shirley, Tyranny, Bama Boys, Michelle. Who else? Did I miss anybody? I don't be wanting to miss nobody. How's everybody doing tonight, y'all? I made a mistake and call you Miss. You know I'm thrown off. So what's going on? What's the weather like in y'all part of town? In y'all's states? Child, it's hot. I let my puppy out on the back patio to use the restroom. Child, she was scratching at that patio so quick. Hey, my Capricorn. Leo said, I'm crying. Clarinetta. It is. It's hot. It's been hot in Pennsylvania already. Oh, Michelle, that's perfect weather. Where are you at, Michelle? What state are you in? Because that's perfect. You know what? I wish that it could be like 76 all year round. Like 76 all year round. Hey, I love most of y'all that rock with me. Oh, for sure. Oh, in New Jersey. It takes a minute for it to start. You know what? I love vacationing in New York. I just love the hustle and bustle of New York. It's like whenever I'm there, I'm never there long enough. I think the most that we've stayed is 5 days because it's real expensive. I think when we're in New York, hotels, because I always go with a couple of my friends, and we always split the hotel fee. You know, the hotels can be very small, so we have to get one big enough. And you have to be careful when you booking rooms in hotels in New York because you'll book a room that don't have a restroom in it. You know, they got a community restroom. I said the devil is a lie. I wish I would go use the restroom everybody else using. So you have to make sure it's got a restroom, a bathroom in there so you can take your showers in the room that you are staying in. Okay? You have to make sure, but I love it so much. Oh my God. We have so much fun. But I think we pay, even when we divide it up, I'm talking about a night. We pay like almost $400 to a piece per night. So it's like 12, $1,300 a night for a room in New York. It's very expensive. But I'm gonna tell you that New York has the stuff in Macy's is cheaper because they get the stuff in that Macy's before anybody else do. My friends was wanting to go to Harlem, to the flea market. I don't have nothing against the flea market, but I didn't like going to the flea market and getting perfume and stuff. That if that perfume don't smell the same. I like going to the flea market, getting like earrings and stuff. You said baby told me quit living his life. He's still out parlaying. Mm, that's interesting. Because I thought he was on house arrest. Oh wow. Oh wow. Maybe he's not on house arrest. That's all right though. That's all right. We're gonna see what's gonna happen tomorrow. Well, Jamarcus goes to court tomorrow. Mm. I tell you, it's interesting. He says he is good at that. I call him Ace Rothstein off casino. Mm. Right. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. So, you guys, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Let's make a deal. Ain't shit on these fools. I like Street Politics Foods for Thoughts video letting the vloggers know to stop capping on Key Glock saying he was dissing Dolph. Folks saying that Key Glock was dissing Dolph. Key Glock did not diss Dolph at all. These folks sick. I had not even heard no Lord have mercy. I didn't even know they were saying that. But Capricorn said you wanted to tell me. You wanted to tell me what about Capricorn? Why is saying your live just ended? I don't know. Cause my live is still going. Y'all there? Yeah, my live is still going. I don't know because it's showing that I'm live. I'm looking at my live from another phone. It's saying that I'm live. Why you say what's up, Street Politics? Hey, Ja, my Ja love my three. Um, by Capricorn, why you say you talk too much? Why you say that? Leo says I was hoping we got on that topic about Glock because I didn't understand what he meant by hashtag 22 shots. I believe he was throwing. I mean, the first thing that I thought about when he said 22 shots was that he sending the 22 shots back at the people who shot Dolph 22 times. That's the first thing I got. I'm sending the 22 shots back at you. Um, what's poppin', Miss T? Hey, rest in peace, Young Dolphin chat. Y'all know it's going down tonight. What's going on tonight? Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. I wish you would come back up on the chat. What's going down tonight? Let me know. What's going on? Does Glock album come back tonight? He's saying get back gang. Glock posted 2 minutes 22 minutes ago. Out now. Does his album come out tonight? No, it drops June 25th. He says out now. Number Get Back Gang. Number Yo Bitch Fave. Still Major. Long Live Dog. Because Glock was responding to someone, he didn't say that at Dolph. He was saying if this particular person who was sending threats came for him, they get in 22 shots. Who was messing with him? Well, when people don't like you, they try to twist. They take words and try to twist them up, but it leads me to believe that I thought he was letting them know he was sending the 22 shots back at them. Why you didn't let me know? They made said jump off the viaduct at Hollywood. What? Who is said? Now who is said? That's Player Cole's area. Player Cole, who is said? And they've been sending a lot of threats. Lately, they was on the yacht the other day. I saw that they were on the yacht. Did they send some shots? I mean, did they send some threats? Said it's the little boy who dad put up money to find him. Oh my God. So how I so how when did this happen? Player Cole says he know him. My. You know when Juke around is some up. And a couple months ago you spoke on it. his dad it up, I believe 15,000. So he's been missing. He had been missing for months. They just found him. I'm not trying to get off topic, but today was really bad for me and a couple of my friends here in the DC area. The world is so effed up. Yes, the world is messed up. These folks is out of they these folks is sick. They're gonna have to be killed in order to restore some order. And I'm serious. I'm talking about the bad people. He was missing for Christmas and our birthday. Oh my God. So who made him jump out? So who did this to him then? Who did this to him? Where did they find him at? So what area is Lil Said from? Y'all, what area is Lil Said from? Uh uh Ramona says, Diane, I'm in the tonight cigarettes. Sorry to hear that, Leo. Keep on pushing. Leo, what happened? I'm sorry about your situation, Leo. Uh I don't think he jumped on his own. Um Rest in peace, Young Dog says they was dying. They was saying he got chased by AOB and jumped. Then some people saying the police made him jump. It's a lot of speculation. And yeah, Jizzle ain't do that. Jizzle wasn't worried about said. Lord have mercy. Now who is said? Who was Little Said affiliated with? And how old was he? Leo, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, boss lady. I tell you, it's so this. Hey, Lucille. Um, Jizzle is affiliated with Pre. Oh, he just graduated. Oh wow. So what y'all think gonna happen tomorrow? Y'all so rest in peace, young Duffy. You said Leo, we sending our prayers to you, okay? We have to send our prayers to the people that that's having issues. Prayer works, y'all. Rest in peace, young Dolph. What's happening tonight? You brought it up. Jizzle is a good little boy, T. Yeah, I don't believe Jizzle no bad person. Uh, hey, the Republican. Hey, skinny gal. Hey, Cypress. Um, is rest in peace, young Dolph. Maybe he typing. Street politics in the house. My buddy, 10-year old granddaughter was killed by a stray bullet on Mother's Day. And today was the funeral, and the funeral director, I shot and killed the reverend and wounded a female in front of us. Oh wow. Hmm. Hey Demon. Hey Gerald. Leo, you said Leo, did you type that right? The funeral director shot him, not me. So the funeral director shot who? Um, hey Frank White. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen tomorrow regarding the case. I was saying regarding CMG and Pre and how people saying Key Dis and Glock, but I know who he was really talking about. Yeah, because all Key Glock fans know that he wasn't dissing dog. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's only 45 likes, y'all. Run the likes up. Run the likes up. I'm about to say, Leo, how you get a cell phone so quick? Hey, Miss Sonia. Hey, Miss Mary. No, they don't want that deluxe to do any numbers. That's exactly what it is. Cause I had read that and I knew Key Glock was not dissing Dolph when he said that. Key Glock been getting messages and calls behind the scenes saying he gonna be with his big homie. Don't shoot the messenger. I just come with the facts and just go listen to big tape. So they've been threatening him. Bag said he still gonna handle that smoke, but he ain't got to say no name though. Who we talk about? Duke man, stupid Duke. That's why Glock dropping this month. The bloggers have gone wild with the Key Glock conspiracies. Yes, they have. I didn't even know that that was circulating. No Glock and him both, and they got bans. Page took too. That's what I forget to tell y'all about. So they always getting people's pages took. Who they know over there on Instagram? That's all they do is hack people. They hacked my Instagram page. Shit, they could have had it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna delete it myself because I don't even want it. Um, no Glock and him both, and they got bans. Bans was getting ready to drop. Now his Instagram gone. So they doing everything they can. Okay. They're doing everything that they can to they that's crazy. It really is. It's absolutely ludicrous. They some piss tail beaches. The Joker is Michelle said the Joker is ridiculous. Prayers of protection going out for Key Glock and Pre. They be at Elon Musk parties. He owns Instagram. Oh, I'm glad I ain't really no Instagram person. But what black people need to do is get it. Don't if black people get off Instagram since he want to be like that. Folks always complaining about what they do on Instagram. He can't make no damn money, so they calling and getting the folks' pages took. Snoop Bands ain't posting nothing bad on his page. That popped up on my phone today. Also at Leo. I'm in MD. I'm sorry you had to witness that. So sad. The devil is busy. They know if pre put out music, they finna do numbers. One thing God don't like is when people mess with his children. That's so true. Diane says, Leo sending prayers for you and your family. Of course we are. We're sending prayers to Leo. I saw you saying that, but they were trolling me and I couldn't address it. He says, yes, I'm close with the family and it's really sad. Michelle says she don't even do Facebook no more. Me neither, really. They was trying to mess up my Facebook page until they saw I didn't give a damn. I don't make no money on Facebook. Okay, Tim, I'm about to go on a little rant about a shooting tragedy that happened around 5 p.m. today in my hometown. Y'all, you cannot make this shit up. Give me a few to type it out. Okay. It just goes to show how it's just that real. These folks actually battling always, and tomorrow gonna be some to watch. I hope this lawyer don't call for a pushback. Mm, mm. Yeah, this world do need a reset button. They still jealous of the real king of Memphis, and yeah, they still jealous of him. It's sad that they still jealous. Yep, it's sad that they still jealous. I'm telling you, I hate to say it, but some of them gonna have to go. Some people have to go for folks to live in peace. Okay, it was happening in the Bible days. God was taking out evil people. Hey, Nakia. It sure is, Leo. Yeah, I was trying to find it again. Hey, how was your day and how are you feeling, T? I'm feeling pretty good, Nakia. How you been feeling? Oh, Cypress, please. We know who the real king of Memphis is, Young Dolph. Let me see. Yeah, I want to show this real quick. Hold on, wait a minute. I just wanted to show a little bit of this, y'all, right quick, to show y'all how serious this stuff is.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. I know that you know that my number one priority at the sheriff's office is for all of us to protect the community and specifically our children, which are the youngest and the most vulnerable. My detectives are simply the very best, and they've been at work again. Today, we're going to talk about child pornographers. Now, I want to underscore that data tells us that if child pornographers had the opportunity, the overwhelming majority of them would, in fact, sexually batter children. So, our goal is to get these folks out of.
Y'all, this right here happened in Tampa a few days back. They said it was the biggest child porn bust ever.
Circulation, get them arrested for their evil deeds. And what we're going to talk about today, I think you'll agree, is evil deeds before they have the opportunity to victimize children in person. Why do I say that? Because anytime you buy, sell, trade child pornography and view it, then the child who's in that child pornography is re-victimized. Who does this with a vengeance and will chase you to the ends of the earth. And you've been here in the past when we, in fact, chased one all the way to Australia.
I just wanted to show that, just show a little bit of that. I think it's sad though, because they were showing the pictures of, hold on. They were showing the pictures of them, I think it's sad. It was about 6 white guys that they got that was tied up in that not too long ago. They had arrested like 21 people on the same thing, or human trafficking. Kevin says that Disney worker was in on that ring. Just imagine how many children got individual perved on. I'm telling you, it's happening on YouTube. That's why they hacking your phones and to get pictures. Y'all think I just be throwing dirt when I say that? Some of these black vloggers, the reason they hack your phone is to get pictures of your children and stuff to sell on the black market to the pervs. I told y'all this stuff was happening. Hmm. Thank you, John. My love my 3 for the 4.99 super sticker. Thank you. It's so sad. Yeah, it's sad how vulnerable our children and stuff are, and how sick people are. You absolutely right. Anybody that mess with children or trying to make money off of selling children on the black market should be castrated, and that ain't all they should be. They really ought to be beat to death. Chop that thing off and then beat them to death. Let them bleed out. And see, I remember a time where people kind of tried to ignore that. I remember they did a documentary on Memphis. It was on HBO. It was a special like years ago in the 90s. And there was this guy around in South Memphis that they went up there and arrested in the documentary because he had touched one of his little cousins. And he said he told him, don't leave him around the kids. He said, you could tell he was slow. He said, I kept telling my mind, I be telling my mind, don't do it, don't do it. He said, I kept telling them, don't leave me around the kids, and they kept doing it. If you already know, little little I almost said little man, but I don't want to, that's the dog's name. If you already know little Bookie, is feeling on the little kids in the family, it ain't good enough. I think the parents and the adults who do it should be charged. They sit up and say, well, I told him he was delivered. And nah, he needs to, you already know. Okay, he needs to be, he ain't delivered. He's sick. They destroyed NLE Court already? What they do to it? lit a firework on it. It was on the news. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Lord, why they do that? Don't tell me you're about to start with him now. They said our Lake County Court lobby on fire too. Oh God. What is wrong with these people people have lost it. I really believe they releasing them trails. Okay. They're releasing them chemtrails. I keep forgetting that a FBI agent told about what the government was doing. Uh, it's not on accident. Now the drugs that they putting in the atmosphere is definitely gone crazy. Got people going crazy. But it's a lot of other stuff that's going on too. They putting stuff in the food that's making folks mentally ill and the chemtrails and all that. Yes, it is. Lord have mercy. It just don't make no sense. Absolutely. It is. It's depopulation methods. I'm from there. Will I will I was sent there from B more. So is it a lot of crime in Virginia also? Now what happened with an MPD officer? Tell me what happened so I could pull it up. New to you. Let me see if I can find it. No, tell me what happened first so I know what to look for. I can put in the search engine. Look what they did to the cars. Hold on. Look what they did to the cars at the civil. Oh my God! They went messing with them cars at the Civil Rights Museum, and they're historical. What did they do? Those cars been there since the '60s when Dr. King was killed, and they went messing with them cars. Oh yeah, they something gonna have to happen. They're gonna have to bring in the National Guard. They're trying to steal the cars from the 1960s. You know what? Somebody that's not in the black community has told a cuckabug head to go steal them cars because they know they probably can make a lot of money off of them. They got a nappy cuckabug head going doing it, and they probably gonna give him $25. Oh my God, they was jumping and dancing on the cars at the Civil Rights Museum that they got there that Dr. King and them were in that they have made into, that they have parked at the museum that's been there since the 60s. Y'all, I don't know what's going on. Well, I know what's going on. Order is gonna have to be restored. And Memphis is gonna have to have leadership that's going to restore it. These folks don't care no more. They got surveillance cameras. Let's see who it is. Hey, Sassy TV. Where did New to You go? She said something happened with a Memphis police officer. Right. Memphis has to have a mayor that's going to restore order. I 100% support whatever they do to him, and I bet my savings it won't be good. Let me see if I could pull it. What channel was it on, New to You? Let me see. For some reason, I can't find it. Yes, they did a few days ago. A lot of the politicians are sellouts. Tim Scott made it seem like the enslavers wasn't all that bad. I'm looking for it. New to You said something happened with a Memphis police officer. I'm trying to. New to You, what happened? I'm trying to find it. I'm gonna go to News Channel 5. I see it. I can't find it. I don't see it on here. Let me see. Hold on, I'm trying to see something. You guys, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button.
Big growing concern about gun violence in Memphis and Shelby County. District Attorney General Steve Mulroy announced today he's calling on the state and our community to do more to curb the problem.
Action News 5's Stephanie Douglas joins us live from downtown Memphis with a breakdown of the DA's plan. Stephanie.
Yeah, well, good evening, guys. DA Steve Mulroy says gun violence has increased each and every year since 2016. He's now calling on state legislators to pass more sensible gun control laws.
Our office is trying to do things different from what have been done in the last decade in order to address this problem.
This year, there have been 74 cases of unintentional shootings involving children, including 3 teenage boys injured in an accidental shooting in Orange Mound on Monday, and a 3-year-old boy who accidentally shot himself in Collierville on Saturday.
It's a tragedy when a child is playing with a gun and an accidental shooting results.
For this reason, Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy says he wants to reduce the growing number of loaded and unlocked guns ending up in the hands of repeat offenders and children. This upcoming special session in August, Mulroy is asking state officials to do 2 things to help reduce gun violence in Shelby County, which has increased by at least 34%.
First, to repeal permitless carry and reinstate sensible handgun carry permit regulation. And second, to consider extreme risk orders of protection.
Mulroy says while it's going to take action from state legislators to reduce gun violence, it will also take a collaborative community effort to put down the guns and be a part of the solution.
We can't have the blame game. We can't have people pointing fingers at each other. We all need to work together on this gun violence crisis.
Well, Saturday, July 15th, DA Mulroy's office will be partnering with Memphis Shelby Crime Commission to sponsor a Walk Against Violence event that's going to be happening 8:30 on the Western Park Drive Street. To find more information, you can go on actionnews5.com. Reporting live in front of 201, Stephanie Douglas, Action News 5.
Okay. Well, they trying to put something in place. I'm trying to find this police officer. She said that he did something. No, till you see if you could see the person's name, because I don't see it. Oh, you said on News Channel 3. Okay. Took my grandbabies to see Spider-Man on Sunday, and Mr. Bobby Bland, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City was the closing song and the last scene, and was awesome. Mr. Bob, oh yeah, oh, I love that song, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City. I love that song so much. Former MPD officer accused of a child crime could avoid jail. Okay, let me go to that. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find it. DA charges dropped. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull it up. Man arrested after child PORN found on Google Photos. Oh, once I find what I'm looking for, I'm going to. I wonder why I can't find it. Y'all help me out. I can't find it. Former MPD officer accused of child sex. Okay. Here it is. Let's see if y'all can see it. Okay. It says former MPD officer. Oh, here. Okay. Oh, wow. That's messed up. Okay. That's messed up. Y'all know how I feel about a pedophile. Okay. And how was he able to? He put a camera, but they said he was no stranger to the family. They didn't say what his relationship was, but he was able to put a camera near her room to record her without her knowing. A sick dog. He need to be castrated and hung. Okay. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. And I think I spoke about this last night. When people get around here, get to talking about, well, when the black people do it, they throw the book at them. When the white people do it, they don't have no issues with that. How come we get all the time? Well, that's what makes me mad, when people are always comparing, why somebody get less time for violating, when what we need to be doing is trying to come together on one accord to make sure pedophiles get a convict. Really, they need to get about 20 years, if you ask me, and it needs to be the same all the way across the board. Okay, it needs to be the same all the way across the board. Okay, so when people, I'm not, as far as him being a police officer, I look at him as a pedophile. I don't look at him as a police officer. I look at him as a pedophile, as a sicko, as a child freak. Okay, that's what I look at him as. See, this is what we need to be rallying together on, to make sure people like this, when they do crimes like this, that they don't get out of jail. This man is going to get off easily, and he has a sickness. Can you imagine how many people that he may have victimized because he had that badge? Can you imagine that? He had been on the department for 22 years. A freak. That means he been on the department for 22 years. That means actually, I know I always say I worked for the police departments for 18 years, but I actually worked for the police department longer than that. I don't know why I say 18, because I was pregnant with my 22-year-old daughter. That's because I left. Okay. It was an 18-year career. But he was actually on it. He had just came on when I did. I don't remember him. He was probably a lot younger. He was a lot younger, so I don't remember him. Um yeah, it's sad. And he looked like a creep. I bet it's more victims too. Can you imagine how many women he's victimized down through the years because he was a police officer, because he had that badge? Probably prostitutes threatening to take him to jail if they didn't commit sexual acts on him. That's the type of stuff people like him do. I'm telling you, they do it. Don't need to be no police officer at all. He should get more time because his job was to say, right. He should get more time. He should get more time. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. I don't know where all these fake pages come up at, but I'm blocking you. Don't send me no friend requests because I'm gonna block you. Especially if I don't know you. Block. I know a fake page when I see one. Okay. Um, it says there's a number of people out there like him, and some of them are linked to higher ups, but the ones who don't have ties to the higher ups will actually go to jail. Hold on, y'all. There's a number of people out there like him. Yeah. And yeah, I'm not talking about my regular subscribers. I'm talking about these creeps that be looking to try to find me on social media and be making these fake pages. Like, I don't know no fake page. I'm gonna block you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Oh, yeah, and don't forget to get your membership if you want to be a in the book club. Hold hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. Oh my God, y'all, these folks sick. Hold on, y'all. I gotta show y'all this. It says that a man arrested for stealing police radio says he always wanted to be a police officer. That's him. And you know what? He looked like he clean cut and all of that and crazy as a damn road lizard. Let me read it. It says a man accused of stealing a handheld police radio and impersonating officers in Shelby County was arrested Monday, according to law enforcement. Patrick Alexander, 43, is charged with theft of property and criminal impersonation. On June 2nd, Shelby County Sheriff's Office, Memphis Police, and Shelby County Sheriff's Office is two completely different agencies. So I don't want to hear nobody saying that Memphis Police gave a man they these folks come up with all kinds of stuff. That's the Shelby County Sheriff's Office. And he stole the police scanner. It says that on June 2nd, Shelby County Sheriff's Office juvenile court staff reported a stolen communication radio from the docking station at the first floor, estimated to be worth $5,000. Juvenile court division is not at 201 Poplar. It's another branch of the sheriff's office where all the juveniles are held now down at juvenile court. And it says the suspect, unknown at the time, began using the radio multiple times over the following 2 days, impersonating a law enforcement officers. Shelby County Sheriff's Office court deputies reviewed video footage and observed the radio was taken by an individual attending court on the date of the theft. The suspect was later identified as Alexander. Shelby County Sheriff's deputies observed the suspect in court Monday morning and detained him for questioning. Alexander claimed he took the radio because he always wanted to be a police officer. According to the affidavit, he informed law enforcement that the radio could be found in a storage locker at Extra Space Storage located on Covington Way in Memphis. Detectives obtained a search warrant and located the handheld radio at the storage as advised. Alexander was charged and transported and is scheduled to be in court on Wednesday. Lord have mercy. Now, y'all know they wrote that officer up because that means that they was not paying attention. They put their radio down and walked away from it, and he picked it up. That was an opportunity for him. He always wanted to be a police officer. He was jumping on the radio, acting like he was a police officer in his storage. Lord have mercy. Yeah, he touched for real. Oh Lord, not only do you steal the radio, you jump on the radio. I bet he was sounding like a damn fool because police has police language and codes and stuff that they use. I bet he was really sounding like a damn fool on the radio. They say he pretended to be a police officer. Oh my God. Hey, Kimberly. Lord have mercy. I bet that was more fun than he had ever had in his whole life, playing like he was a police officer, sounding like a damn fool on the radio. Oh, oh, Lord have mercy. They say it would have kept him out the joint. It made him feel more like a police officer to have the radio in his hand though, and get on the radio. They say he was on the radio. Let me see what they say he was doing. He was on the radio. Let's see. They say he used the radio multiple times over the last 2 days. Multiple times he jumped on the radio, sounding like a fool. I bet when he had to go to court. Now, if he was at juvenile court, he must have been down there for child support. If he was at juvenile court, somebody had a baby with that crazy man. You know these folks is out of their damn minds. Probably somebody that didn't even require but $40. Somebody had a baby with that crazy ass man, y'all. Because juvenile court, you go to juvenile court for child support and stuff. Somebody done had a baby with him. And he done stole the police radio. I bet he couldn't wait to leave court to get back over there to that storage and get on the radio again. They took all his fun away. And Jacqueline says, you know that the standards aren't that high now. He should have applied and maybe he would have been selected. I'm telling you, the crazy people be the ones most of the time to pass the damn psych test. Oh, y'all, I don't know what's going on in Memphis. It's just crazy. The young people on drugs, and I'm telling you, they on drugs. These girls on drugs, they on pills, and they selling their bodies for $40 just to be able to get a perk. How much they sell those perks for, y'all? $20 a pill. They sell the perks for $20 a pill. He said, "Fango, Oscar Lima checking me." I bet he didn't even know the terms. I wish I could have heard him. I wish I could get a copy of when he jumped on that radio impersonating a police officer, crazy as he is. I wish I could just hear what he sound like, what he was saying. Oh Lord, I wish I could hear what he was saying. Must be in the water. They need to check the air levels. Then went back to court and they was waiting on him. Mm, mm, mm. Yes, he is a damn fool. Ooh, just when I think it can't get no worse, it get worse. And when I think people can't get no crazier, it gets worse. Yeah, I'm sure they had what he said recorded. I bet he was sounding like a stone cold fool. Only in Memphis. I'm telling you, a nut job. A straight up whack job. That's what the Italians used to say. That man is a whack job. I'm telling you, Miss Roberta, all the wrong reasons. I was just thinking of the exact same thing to you, and every time it gets worse, Lord, we in trouble. The old and the young folks out of their damn minds. That's the reason why I just like being around real old people. I'm telling you. They the best to be around with all that wisdom and stuff. And I feel safer around them. Okay. The real old folks in their 70s and up. It's a darn shame you feel at peace. Ain't nobody jealous of you. Ain't nobody trying to compete with you. Ain't nobody trying to kill you. Ain't nobody trying to rob you. They just want to chill out. You have to always, you know, yeah, shoot, these folks is out of it. I didn't know DMX was pulling people over pretending to be an undercover police officer. He lost it too. These girls now think everybody living like reality TV. They don't even jump rope no more. They sure don't. He was probably using CB language too. Breaker, breaker. It says that's why I'm glad to be born around town time. Those were the good days. I love that. I think about the 80s all the time. And I remember the 80s. I grew up in the 80s. I think about the 80s now. I wish we could go back to the 80s. I loved everything about the 80s. Even though I like the 70s music better than I like the 80s music, I still love the 80s music. Because it's certain songs that I hear now. And when I'm listening to music like I like the oldies but goodies. And if the 80s music, it comes on, I mean, it just takes me back. Immediately I get happy because I started thinking about growing up in South Memphis and having fun. We had fun, child. We had picnics. We would go down to the Alcee Park and we got free lunch for the summer every day. And they would have workers down there playing with us. They would be playing basketball with the boys, and they would have the girls section off, be playing hide and seek. We love going down there to get the free lunches. I ain't like the lunch meat, but we like going to get the juice. They had juices and what else? Potato chips, and they would have fruit cocktail. That's when fruit cocktail was real good. So we run down there to the Alcee Park, and I would get my box of lunch, and I would get the juice, and they wouldn't give us any lunch until we played. We had to play games and stuff like that, and then they would give us lunch, and we get our potato chips, fruit cocktail, and what else did I say that they gave us? And juice. Jungle Juice, y'all. That's when Jungle Juice used to be so good. Jungle Juice hadn't been good no more since they took it out of the carton. Oh, that Jungle Juice was so good in the carton. And that's what they would give us, child. We get that Jungle Juice and we fly on back up to Clementine, child, to the projects. We had so much fun then. I think that's the issue now. Like, the kids don't have a lot to do. There are no summer programs. There's nothing. They have a lot of idle time, and their parents don't want to make them do nothing. They want them to. They don't want to make them do nothing. I know. Yes, 70s babies are the best. The red in the carton. Yes. Oh my God. I would give anything to find one of those jungle juices with the lion on the carton. We always got red. Sometimes I would get yellow. That would be lemonade. But that red fruit punch was so good. Oh, it was so good, especially when it was cold. And y'all know how that the carton would get after we drank out of it too much. Those were just the good old days. People had respect for each other. Like even like the drug dealers, because in living in the projects, there were guys who was selling drugs and stuff over there. Like they didn't when they was getting ready to serve somebody, they if we was out, they would say that these kids down here, let's go to the other side. Like they didn't do stuff like in front of us. And then we were not afraid of any of them in the projects. We weren't afraid of none of those people. D-Mont, I'm really getting worried about Pre right now. Now, what was your comment? Retype it because it's probably gone way up. Oh, yes, they did. Oh my God. Yeah, rewrite it, DJ Robs. I know things have gotten so bad. In the early 90s, it was not this bad. It started getting real bad in the late 90s. They really started pushing a agenda, and black people fell right into it. There was several high school graduations scheduled for today. And as soon as the graduation ended, everybody started to leave out to go across the street to celebrate. Out of nowhere, there was seven gunshot wound victims. 2 have died. 4 victims have none life-threatening injuries. Oh my God. Ages of them are 14, 32, 55, and 58 years old, and they're all males. A 31-year-old man with life-threatening injuries. Oh my God. Where did this happen at? Did that happen in Memphis? I'm doing good, Tony. I used to love beating them in teeterball in the 70s. We would go swimming, play basketball, play video games, fight, and be cool later on, walk to the store together, etc. We got 2 lax, and parents wanted to be friends with their kids instead of parents. But when I heard guys, but when I heard guys my age group saying they won't say nothing to these young people because they might get shot, I said, wow, come on now. If y'all ain't gonna do it, who is? DJ Robs, was that in Memphis? Oh, Richmond. Okay. Oh my God. Hey, Miss Terrell. Yeah, the 80s and 90s was perfect. Oh my God. People still had values. They respected their elder. You couldn't even get the drug dealers to cuss in front of like my grandma and them. They would not do it. Like I remember my cousins, the older ones, they'll be playing their music and stuff real loud. When they went past the church, they'll turn the music down. Like people still had a respect for God. They had a respect for life. they had self-respect. They respected themselves, even though we was living in the projects. People still had self-respect. Like when people ask me about, living in the projects, how was it? I always say those were the best years of my life. We had so much fun. Like I be reminiscing about how we used to run around the projects. We used to skate. We used to be out in the street riding our bikes. Y'all remember those Huffy bikes? I got a new one for Christmas every year. Like we had picnics and stuff. We just had a lot of fun. This lady, y'all, there used to be in the projects that we lived in Clementine. And I lived over there from the time I was born until I was like 12 or 13 years old. And I remember there used to be these nice houses behind the projects. And this lady, this white couple, it was mostly like white people. It was one black family on that street at the time. It looks child, don't even ask me how I look over there now. But they've torn our projects down. I cried. Every time I ride down Elvis Presley, it hurts me to look over to the right. I'm like, oh my God. I think they've taken that bus stop away. We used to ride the bus as we got older to different places. Like it was so fun. We would be so happy. Like we could ride the bus at like 11 and 12 years old because nothing was going to happen to us at that time. And so this lady comes over to my studio. This lady that had a TV show called Wings of Love on my TV network. She had a guest. She had not gotten there yet. So this white lady walks into my studio, and so she's sitting there, and we strike up a conversation, right? And when we was living in the projects, I remember I used to always when it got, I think those walnuts would fall like around the winter time or something like that. And I used to always skip back there because I had a lot of personality then. I used to always skip back there and say, Lord, y'all gonna trip out. I used to always say, hey, Mr. White Man, can I get some of your walnuts off of your tree? I used to always say that. And he used to give us big bags of walnuts. And like my grandmother would love that because we would have them for Christmas and stuff. Because you buy a lot of nuts around Christmas, we would crack them. They were good walnuts. They had a walnut tree. And so this lady she comes into my office. This was about 2 years ago, and she's waiting on Miss Deborah to get there, and she's talking, and she was talking about, I don't know how it came up. She said, I used to live on this street where we had this big walnut tree. And she said, and the walnuts used to fall everywhere. Our house was right in the back of Warren Apartments. We call them Clementine. I said, what? I could not believe it. I said, I grew up in the projects in Clementine. She said, are you kidding me? I said, I used to always skip back there. And when I would see you and your husband outside in the backyard, I used to always ask, can I get some walnuts off of your tree? I said, you had a son and a daughter. She said, yes, I did. Yes, I do. It's a small world. It's funny how things happen. It's just weird. She could not believe it. All those years, about over 30. William says, ride the bus downtown for the Chinese rice, Burger King, and peanut shop. Everyone in our neighborhood that was a parent treated everyone's kids like theirs, and we knew that if we messed up, we got whoopings from them and at home. Sure did. Sure did. I'll never forget one time we was walking. We used to always go to this store. It was this castle called Mr. Tate's Castle. And so we used to cuss like sailors. We cuss like sailors. I'm telling you, we didn't let the grown folks hear us, but we would cussing like sailors. All of us over there in the hood. And we were like 11 and 12 years old, child, just bad. And so I remember this lady was coming. There was a drive. You can come in through the back of Clementine. And this lady, I remember I turned around and screamed. I was like, lady, you can't drive. And then she stopped her car. You know she had to have been kooky. Okay. She had to have been a little kooky to stop her car. And she jumped out and started, I'm going to go tell y'all mama on you. And we ran on to the castle, child, because it was like, she don't know our mama. She don't know nothing. She don't know our mama. How about when I got home, that lady was sitting in the living room with my mama. And my mama said, did you say something to this lady when she was driving? She found my mama's house, my mama's apartment, and went and told on me and was sitting in the living room telling my mama on me when I got there. My mama made me apologize to her. Your neighbor beat and you got another one. I'm telling you. Yeah, the castle store, everything in there was stale, child. But we used to like to go in there. Sometimes he had Snicker bars. We used to like to go get the candy here, and they were stale too. I like the beach cruisers. Oh, Mr. Tate. They said Mr. Tate lived a long time. I asked this girl named Zola. I actually went to school with Zola. We went to NARS together. Zola was tall and she had a whole lot of brothers. I said, Zola, I asked her this about a couple years ago, and she said Mr. Tate had just died. Hell, Mr. Tate was about 60 then. Shit, we was 10 years old. That man lived a long time. I don't know what the castle is now. You know what? I was going to say I would have loved to buy that castle, but I don't know. It didn't. I think Mr. Tate, we used to go in there. We used to ask Mr. Tate, where you live at? We were so bad because we was asking him that because in the back of the castle, we could see a bed. We could see a bed back there. We used to always say, Mr. Tate, where you live at? He would never answer us. We said, Mr. Tate, you got a bed back there. Y'all, we were some badass kids, I'm telling you. We used to get to fighting all the time, child. We used to get to fighting. We would be out there playing hopscotch. It never failed. My mama said, I'm going to tell you something. If y'all can't get out there, I'm going to stop you from playing hopscotch because, you know, when you throw the token, we used to get some tokens, girl. And when it rained, it made the best hopscotch. And we would be out there playing hopscotch. And then they want to cheat. You know, we throw the token. Sometimes we get a good piece of glass. Girl, we had some fun. Oh, we didn't care about what we picked up. I don't even see dirt. Do they even have? I ain't seen no. I don't even see dirt and stuff no more. Not like the dirt we used to play in. Do they even still have dirt on the grounds and stuff? Yeah, only girl, 4 boys at the time. I know, nosy kids. Child, we get the fighting so quick. It had gotten to a point. My mom was like, I'm not gonna let you go back out there and play hopscotch because every time you go out there and play hopscotch, you get to fighting with one of the girls. I was real competitive on that hopscotch. That was my favorite. And so if they thought they was gonna come around there from the other side of the projects and cheat me on our side of the projects, yeah, we gonna scrap. That's what we used to call it, scrap. You come around from the other side of the projects and come to my side and ask me to come out and play hopscotch with me because we had the best dirt. So we always drew the hopscotch out there in front of our apartment. And then you want to cheat and you think I'm not going to push you. I would always push them. We kids back then, they would tell us stories about people and kids. Hey, Sherry. About people and kids and get stuck by lightning for cut. Oh yeah, they would say we would get struck by lightning for cussing. I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of the reason why I hate my grandma did me like that. A lot of the reasons why I never went out. And I kid you not, and I'm trying to think before I say it. I went to the skating ring a couple times. They had Crystal Palace. And then I remember it started getting bad. They started shooting, but I went to the skating ring like a couple times. I never went to I never went clubbing or nothing like that. My grandma used to always tell me these stories about, she always had a story about everything, child, and ended up it always ended with somebody losing their mind. Person lost their mind, never got their mind back. So I was scared when I went out, I was always scared to drink anything because I was scared somebody was going to put a Mickey in my drink. Whenever I would get ready to like go somewhere, my grandmother would not go to sleep until I walked back in the house. I promise you, she'd be up. Her nerves would be so bad, and I hardly ever went anywhere. I promise you. She'll be folding clothes. She got that nervous thing like me. I can't stand for clothes I can't stand for clothes not to be washed. And so she would be up singing. Y'all, she really be singing. And when I got ready to walk out, she'd be singing church songs real loud. And then when I walked back in, she'd still be singing. And then when she saw that I was back in and went in my room, child, she'd turn her light out and go on to sleep. She sure knew how to make me feel guilty. Because she would always say, you probably don't need to go out, especially when I turned like 18 and 19. I was like, dog, mama, I don't never go nowhere. Yeah, but it's bad. They killing women. She had a story for everything. They killing women. They talked about Hanks to scare you from going out at night. I'm telling you. I did the same thing to my kids. It's sad. It's a generational curse. I did the same thing to my kids, y'all. I would always have a story for my kids because I didn't want them to go nowhere because, it was real bad. And when they started getting older, my kids had wanted to go on a field trip to St. Louis with their school, and I was like, I don't think it'll be a good idea for you to go with the school because it's a killer down there in St. Louis. And so my kids was like, Mama, how you know it's a killer in St. Louis? I said because he was killing when I was when I was little, when I was y'all age. My kids go say to me, Mama, if he was down there killing and raping folks when you was our age, he ought to be about 90 something years old now. He too old to be killing people now. I remember my kids told me that. Mama, he ought to be about 90 something years old now. He too old to be killing people. I promise you, I was always paranoid. I let them go on trips and stuff with their scooter, and I'll never forget the school bus. They went on a trip to Alabama, and they said that they was gonna get back at 10 o'clock. And 12:30 rolled around. I started calling everybody. I mean, I was calling everybody because they did give us the teachers' numbers and stuff. I told them I was getting ready to call the police and everything because I was trying to figure out what my kids was on their bus, and they supposed to be back at 10. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and nobody has said nothing to me. I don't know if they was trying to kidnap my babies or not. Our threat was wash our mouth with Ivory soap if we like. And we hated Ivory soap, didn't it? I didn't like it when my mama bought Ivory soap. I didn't like the smell of it. I like Dow soap. My son said I can be him now. William says, to Miss Terrell says, you're hilarious. William says, where you talking about the Space Center? And yeah, the Space Center in Alabama. They use lightning bugs to scare us also. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't gonna tell no lies. They tried to scare, they had stories about the lightning bugs, but y'all, I love catching lightning bugs. You couldn't stop me. My mama I used to always holler and cry because I would go out in the yard and catch a whole lot of lightning bugs and put them in a jar. And when I went to school the next day, my mama would always let them out. I would come home, I would fall out hollering and screaming. I ain't gonna tell no stories. I'll be looking for a lightning bulb now. I wonder what happened to. Do y'all ever see lightning bulbs? They extinct now. Somehow they done found a way to get rid of the lightning bulbs. I love lightning bulbs. Lightning bugs. I mean, I'm sounding country now like we did in the Project Bugs. Lightning bugs. I don't see lightning bugs anymore. She said we use them for earrings. I love catching lightning bugs in my hand. Oh my God. It's so awesome. I wish I could catch them now. I don't ever see them. Somehow they've gotten rid of lightning bugs. I don't think my kids don't even know anything about a lightning bug like that. We caught them. I wonder what they do to get rid of the lightning bugs. Did they kill them all? That's sad. We can't have nothing. They get rid of everything. That's awesome. I'm telling you, because I was outside the other night on my patio barbecuing, and I didn't even see a lightning bug. It was them chemtrails, Prince was. Yeah, it's them chemtrails. I'm telling you. I hate that so bad that they've killed out all the lightning bugs. I love lightning bugs. Lightning bugs ain't didn't do nothing to nobody. They didn't. Lightning bugs didn't do nothing to nobody. They didn't even bother nobody. We bothered them. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. I don't see wasps anymore. Remember, they used to say when we the wasps, like the granddaddy, we call it like the granddaddy wasp and the grandma wasp. If they ever stung you, you would die. And we would run like hell from them. So I don't even see them. I bet they got all the lightning bugs. They done found a way to experiment on them. It's a shame. Nature just ain't what it used to be. Knowing the United States, it probably it probably was healthy for the environment. And they want to get rid of anything that helps the environment and the humans. SJ says shit, the Wasp are alive and well in Fayette County. SJ, do y'all see any lightning bulbs down there? In the South, I hate dealing with the snakes. I was little and washing dishes. Then I saw a big snake crawling up the wall. Oh, Lord have mercy. What state do you live in? Always love yourself. I wish I could see a lightning bug. A lightning bug. When we was growing up, we was so country. We called them lightning bulbs. Lightning bulb. Says Bill Gates owns so many farms, but others are burning down. How rich do one person wants to be damned? Too many gunshots. Them lightning bugs gone. Said too many gunshots. Them lightning bugs done got the heck up out of here. Even the lightning bugs running from the folks in Memphis. Shit. I'd rather have a lightning bug than a bunch of these damn fools. I see them every night. They're still plentiful in Oklahoma whenever I visit my granddaughter at college. Oh, okay. I wanted to move to Florida, but then I saw an alligator crawling over a chain link fences. Oh yeah, alligators are real bad in Florida and in New Orleans, in Louisiana, especially New Orleans. Do y'all get the love bugs that stick together? Are you talking about the dog, what did they call them? They sure called them love bugs. I forgot about them. Y'all, what was the name of those little red bugs? Remember the little red bugs? They stink. They stunk a whole lot, but we used to pick them up and let them crawl on our finger and then throw them off. What were those little red bugs called? Were they called love bugs? They're here big time, town wasp. The first 30 yards, they can run as fast as a racehorse. Remember honeysuckle plant? Yes, I remember those. I remember them. Wasps look a little like ants with wings. I remember I was all of my family basically had lived on the same street, even my dad's family. I remember I was skipping down to one of my aunt's houses when I was about maybe like 10 years old, and I don't know why I stopped. They had a sidewalk. I stopped and sat down to tie my shoe up, and it was like two wasps. That was the first time I ever been stung by a wasp. It was like two or three wasps there. I laid my leg on them. and they stung the hell out of me. I remember screaming to the top of my voice. My aunties and stuff was running up there to try to see what was wrong. I mean, I was screaming loud. I mean, they were still hanging on to me. So I remember my great grandmama. My great grandmama used to, y'all know the old people they used to dip snuff and stuff. And she was like, if I put some snuff on it, that'll heal it. I said, I remember saying, as a child. I didn't want her snuff on my leg. Who remembers the COVID sun? This new sun ain't what I'm used to. I know it. It is different. They've been messing with the sun. The sun is a healing component, and they're doing all that they can to try to mess with the weather and the sun. The sun gives you good vitamin D and stuff. Yes, I remember sugarcane trees. I bet they done chopped. They found a way to chop all of them down. That's what they would call ladybugs. Yes. You know, our American government is just doing a number. They've just, doing all that they can to mess with nature. So my grandmother used holy water and castor oil. I thought she was the devil. I remember when I was little, I would make earrings out of honeysuckle plants. Hey, Greg T. Time go by so fast, y'all. My little grandbaby would be graduating in high school before I know it. Oh my God. If you think about it, 17 years it goes in a blink of an eye. Yep, 17 years go in the blink of an eye. Wow. The food ingredients were better back then. The flour and meal and other baking products are not the same. No, they are not the same because my auntie, my great aunts and stuff made homemade biscuits out of flour, and they never made us sick. We and didn't get fat either, and they was good. Her biscuits were so good, child. We would take them and we could eat them just with molasses. And the molasses, I remember how molasses tastes. Molasses was good. It was not as sweet as it is now. I can't even eat molasses at all. I don't even really see it, but I can't eat it. Because it's got too much sugar in it. The molasses that my aunts and stuff had didn't have all that sugar in it. Does anyone know how to make an eggplant casserole? I don't. Does anybody here know how to make an eggplant casserole? I can eat eggplant if it's grilled, if they put it on a grill. Two Pretty Miss Kitty said never had eggplant. SJ said, I thought I hit send the first time, but we have lightning bugs, wasp, red and black, dirt robbers, mosquitoes, and some other bugs. We still got the mosquitoes. Hell, I wish they would get rid of them. That's who I wish they'd get rid of. That's too much like right. They mess with the poor little lightning bulbs who brought everybody joy and leave the mosquitoes. That don't even make no sense. I hate a mosquito. Newsy, you said I ain't eating eggplants, period. That's that country eating right there. Oh, I love country eating. I love it when we're traveling and we stop in like a small country town, and that town got like that's the one little restaurant that you could walk in and eat. Oh, that food be so good. You got family from Mariana. Is that Mariana, Arkansas? I'm not out long enough for the mosquitoes to get me. And I don't know, they making these mosquitoes now. They breeding them because you could hit a mosquito. You could hit it with a book and you could spray it too and it ain't gonna die. It'll get right back up. Yep, I am. So you already know it's full of plenty of mosquitoes and stuff. I'm just surprised I don't see no lightning bugs. Yeah, they carry disease too. Oh my God, the mosquitoes around the Memphis area is very disrespectful, and they even worse in Mississippi. The mosquitoes around this area is very disrespectful. Okay, get bug zappers. Does anyone remember the spray pump that you would pour mosquito fluid in it and spray for flies and mosquitoes? I can't the spray fluid. I don't remember that. Nesbitt still had the trucks that ride around the neighborhood spraying for mosquitoes. Now, see, that's good. Nesbitt have a lot of big mosquitoes too. I got family members that lives in Nesbitt, and I like Nesbitt. Hmm. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off because I gotta get up early in the morning. That's the reason I call myself getting on early, so that I could get off. I gotta get up early because, well, number one, I gotta keep my grandbaby for a couple hours, and she gets here in the wee hours of the morning, and then I gotta, after her dad pick her up, I gotta head out to work. I've been working my butt off for the last few days, child, and it's been hot out there. I done had sweat running all down my face and neck and everything. That's how it's the heat is very disrespectful. So I'm gonna get off so I can give me some rest. So when this little fat baby get here tomorrow in the morning, I could get up early and then I can head on out on over to Arkansas, child. I've been working in Arkansas, but next week is over with, so that's the only thing that makes me happy. All right, you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys getting on, hanging out with us tonight. I'll be back on tomorrow when I get home from off of my job, okay? I love you guys. Have a good night.